Hello and welcome to This Podcast Cannot Continue reacts to the Sony State of Play, October 27th, 2021. Almost screwed up the date. Anyways, we're going to get right into it, so here we go.
So this thing's 20 minutes, right?
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's a PS5 in the dark. Wow, I never knew they would make a horror game starring the console itself.
What the heck is this?
I have no idea.
Okay.
Seems interesting.
Is this the game by Platinum? No. No, it isn't.
Does this look more like a Japanese game or a Western game? I think it...
I can't tell right now.
The way that one character's face was animated did not look like the way that Western game developers do it, but like the overall aesthetic is giving me like probably a Western developer vibe. So I'm kind of confused. Like that character in the dress, the way her face was animated when she was speaking, like there's like a subtle difference I feel in the way that faces are animated between studios from like the West and the East, and it gave me a very... This is weird. There's damage numbers, but this is otherwise like a HUD-less cinematic trailer. His hat is a saw blade.
What is this? Have we seen anything about this?
I feel that I've never seen this before.
That was a weird shot because both those characters were doing the exact same animation at exactly the same time. Did you notice that? It's like, is this a deathmatch game?
It seems like it might be a multiplayer game. It's getting framey, which is a little disheartening, but whatever.
What is it, though? I feel like I've just sat here saying, what is it?
It looks like it could be kind of cool.
Sure.
Deathverse Let It Die.
That was your first look at Deathverse Let It
PS4
Die,
too.
coming to
Okay.
PS4 and PS5
Sure.
next year. Now, let's listen in on
All
our
right.
recording session with We Are
This is a bunch of
OFK.
stuff I was not expecting.
Oh, we saw this
Why?
before. We saw this OFK thing before in a trailer.
War sucks. In a world full of war, where war is
I think at
doesn't have
E3 we
anything
saw
to do with
this.
politics or race or imperialism. Out there, we look to each other and to our thick arms.
You done?
And you're like, how did they get them that thick? Is this like an alternate reality where arms are just that thick, or are they
Is this
robot
that game where
arms?
it's like a rhythm-based
Our
game?
last
I don't know what the gameplay is like. I just remember when they first showed it off, they
Look
just
up.
had the
Focus.
people
Okay, sorry,
singing
for
or
real.
something.
PlayStation promo time.
Yep.
I'm
Oh,
just
so
supposed to
this
introduce
is not
our
that like
band and
punk
the
indie
game about
RPG
our
game
band.
where it's
No.
like really
Can
awesome.
we do something fun
What was
with
that
it? Like,
called?
can we be like,
Never
I
mind, doesn't
forget,
matter.
Is it called
but it's
State
not
of
that one.
Play? What
This
are
is the
we,
one where when it was
president?
first shown, it was these characters performing on a
What are we,
stage.
We've talked
I do
about these
not
jokes.
remember that. I'm not gonna
There
lie.
was no gameplay shown,
Hey,
at least
you.
at that time.
Hi.
Between
We're
then
still
and now,
driving.
maybe there was, and
Yeah,
I
heard
missed
that.
it, but
My
at that
engineer,
time there
and she's
wasn't.
cool with getting song stems on Sunday.
And yeah, it's absolutely not.
How's the
Yeah, I know which one you're
PlayStation
talking about.
Plus
The one where you were like running
Actually,
around
too
town or
much.
something. It was like a
I wanna
JRPG.
reach
It's
more
not. It's not like
people, but I
that.
don't think I
It's
use
or it
any of
isn't
those
that game.
hashtags.
You two, you're the best at this.
It gets very hard to keep track of what's what,
Just
doesn't
do
it?
things.
Carter, what you working on?
Yeah, I feel.
Just a little
Yeah.
audio filter I
Well,
cooked up
okay.
for
Here's the thing.
debug
There's like
here.
this.
Can debug make me sound like a demon?
There's so many different art styles in
Okay.
the
Give me
indie
one
game
more
verse,
run
but
through
there
and
is
we'll
a
take a proper
look to
break,
indie games
Okay,
that
hi.
even though the art styles
We
specifically
Are
differ,
OFK is a new
when I'm trying to
music
remember
biopic
games that I've only
game
heard mentioned
about
once,
us, the
it all
indie
kind
pop
of blends
group
together, and I go,
OFK.
oh, it had an
It's
indie
a
look.
5-episode
You know what I mean?
series
Do you see
about
that
how we
stage
started
shot
the band here in
of
Los
the main
Angeles.
character? Like
And
that's
so far, we
like
have
the
not
same as the
sorted
footage we saw before that
You
shot.
get dialogue
We
choices
only got
and
that
texting
stage shot.
and flirting, and
Oh, and it's
each episode
episodes.
lets you play
Oh.
an interactive music video of
Yes.
a new song from our
This is
debut
ringing a
EP.
bell now.
That's 5 episodes, 5 songs. And if you join our mailing list today,
This is ringing a bell.
you get a life-size cutout of
I
our
remember the
whole
shirt,
band
to be
wearing
completely honest with
nothing
you.
But PlayStation 5 DualSense controllers.
Oh God.
No.
Nope.
Okay, the cutout is still TBD, but We Are OFK is coming to PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4 in 2022. The future.
The future, thick
So-
arms.
Okay.
We are OFK.
I like music games. I like story games. Maybe.
Yeah, it seems like it's essentially like what they did show was a lot of dialogue selection, stuff like that. So it looks like it's kind of like a VN type of thing.
I'm into that. I'm into that. And
A
if the
Bug Snacks update?
The soundtrack's good. That would be rad too.
I feel like we haven't actually heard music from that game though. I mean, I guess we did in that first trailer. I just can't remember what it's like. Okay.
Did you all see that?
Okay.
Giant bug
I didn't play Bug Snacks, so I'm not gonna lie. I'm not.
Gosh, we might be witnessing a
It's made of
prehistoric
celery.
species
That one's made of
somehow
noodles. I like that
preserved at the
noodle
bottom
lobster.
of the
That's fun.
ocean.
We
You're
need
a
to
tiny
form
bit ahead
an
of me, it seems.
expedition.
I like how his foot is ice cream.
Bro, has anybody seen my hat?
Snacks with hats? That's adorable.
How do they?
And that's not all, buddy. Ta-da! We finally finished your huts. So keep
How do you
checking
feel
your
about
mail,
Bug
do
Snacks?
some redecorating,
I heard
or
that
you
in
know
some
it,
ways
this'll
it's kind of
feel
what
like
like
home.
Pokemon Snap should be in the modern age, except it also had this like kind of twist to it that it got a little spooky.
Stop wasting time and get on with this expedition before
Overall, I heard it's actually pretty good, but I never played it, even though I got it for free through PS Plus. I never played it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was one of the very early PS5, PS Plus games, and there was a moment there where I claimed a couple of them before I actually had a PS5 using like the website,
Oh, good call.
and it's one of the ones I claimed.
Free update. Nice.
Well, can never complain about free updates. I mean, if I ever get around to
5
playing
Nights
it,
at
then I
Freddy's
guess
fans.
I'll
We've
throw
got
that
a
in the
security
playthrough,
breach.
right? Oh, come on. I don't want to watch trailers for horror games. It's just cruel. Don't do that to us.
What is this? Oh, is this Five Nights at Freddy's?
Yeah. If you've been watching TPCC for long enough, I'm sure I've mentioned it by now. I am very not a fan of horror games personally. To the point that I don't even want to watch this trailer, which is not like, I mean no offense to Five Nights at Freddy's. I'm sure it's a completely fine game or whatever. You know what I mean? It's not like that. It's just literally not my thing in a way that I'm like
I'm also
virtually a
fan of being
non-participant
here,
in.
But honestly, there's something about the PS2 horror games. There's something about that aesthetic that I really enjoy. And I was thinking about starting to collect PS2 horror games. The only sad part about that is that they're all extremely expensive now. Which kind of sucks.
Yeah, that's true. I have heard that.
There's a couple you can find. I think like Code Veronica X is pretty easy to find and it's not too bad. But like Silent Hill 2, Haunting Ground, all that stuff's out to lunch. It's like in the hundreds of dollars. Easily. And that was before used game prices started getting weird.
Ridiculous.
Yeah. But like I would consider like Onimusha in there. It's not horror insofar as it's like scary, but it's zombies and it's creepy and you know, so it's like Samurai Resident Evil kind of.
Please make your way to the front of the building, where you will be
I don't
given
have very many
novelty
feelings about
classes,
this, I'm not gonna
a
lie.
voucher for one free soda refill,
I don't
and
really
a
understand what the
legal
premise is.
disclaimer releasing us of all liability for anything that might have happened during
Spooky
your visit.
Chuck E. Cheese
Have an
after dark.
awesome night, and we'll
It
see you
seems
again
like that's
soon.
essentially the basics.
Would you like to take a short survey about your experience?
I mean, if people are excited for it,
I know people are
Battle Beasts
Have
and
fun.
Demigods
big
and a
fans of that.
challenging
I know that
action
that
RPG
franchise has a
coming soon
big
to PlayStation. Let's take
big
a look.
fandom. A what RPG? A challenging action RPG? Did it say? Oh, this. I was
F4.
interested in this.
yeah. I know.
Was
it's like
there a
classic
date?
game.
Do you remember?
For this coming out? This game's already out. It's
Oh,
not
is
out on
it? Did they say
PS5
this
though.
was? Okay, yeah, yeah. No, I know it was already out on other stuff. I'd seen
Oh.
that.
They haven't listed a date yet for this on PS5. I'm assuming that's what they're doing here.
Probably, yeah.
Okay, I know it's like probably well played out, but I would like this on Switch. I feel like this game is really asking to be on the Switch, but I would definitely play it on the PS5. I've heard very, very good things about that game.
This was one of the ones at E3 that I was really into. Okay, so that's really unfortunate timing for me because I'll be very busy with
Online
Endwalker, but I
opponents
can always
await
come back
these
around to it
multiplayer
like
games coming to
a couple months
PS4
after
and
that.
PS5.
Okay.
A kart game?
Sure. What's the property,
Kart
though?
Riders? Kart Rider Drift?
This video's definitely gonna get claimed.
Yeah.
I was gonna say it's licensed music. As soon as I heard it, I was like, oh boy. Okay. Well, I guess the best thing we can do is keep talking over it.
Yeah. Well, that never works.
Yeah, I know.
There's yeah.
What is this?
Short of just muting the
This is like
video,
Fall
but I'm not
Guys,
gonna
but
do
with
that.
kart?
We'll just see what happens. Yeah, it seems like it's its own IP. It doesn't really seem like it's based on
You
something.
know what? I would play, at least for fun. Like, imagine Mario Kart, but it was Fall Guys. Courses are really hard. You fall off, you're out, and it's just to get to the
I
end
see.
of the race.
That could be
I'm not-
that could be entertaining. I wonder if like Fall Guys just has a mode like that in it. It has so many
but
different modes, and
I
they've probably
want
been
Mario
adding
Kart
more,
8
right?
Physics. I want Mario Kart 8's physics, though.
Oh, okay, well, you know.
Nintendo, just give it to me. Well, this looks like a game that exists. It's free to play.
I honestly
gonna be
can't
a
imagine myself
Shatter
even
all expectations.
checking it out. I have Mario Kart. I don't really feel like I need to play off-brand Mario Kart. That's just how
What
I
is this?
feel. I don't know. Looks
Okay.
Dolores.
It's a
What is
fighting
this?
game. But what fighting
Uh-huh.
game? Is it King of Fighters?
I wouldn't recognize King of
It
Fighters.
is King of Fighters. It's King of Fighters 15. Nice.
Oh, okay.
I was like, this looks really familiar, but I can't remember why. I'm excited for this.
I wonder if that was a character reveal, and if we had never seen this character before.
I'm not super well versed in King of Fighters. Most of my knowledge of King of Fighters comes from Capcom vs. SNK 2. But yeah, sure.
The question is, does or will it have rollback netcode? Maybe people who are following this game already know whether it does or doesn't. I have no idea, but
I'm pretty
I feel like
sure that might have been mentioned already. In a
I feel like the
previous video.
era of COVID essentially made rollback netcode basically mandatory for a fighting game to be able to thrive, since people are
Right.
net playing more than ever before.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm gonna look that up though right now.
Seems interesting. February's not that far away if people are excited about that game. It's not a long wait. What is
is
this?
Looks
Murdering
like you're in
people
need
as a
of your
nurse?
medicine.
Hi everyone, I'm Niels, also known as Bitterbird.
Hi everyone, I'm Emily, also known as Norstef. Today we're excited to
Okay.
share First Class Trouble with you. First Class
Oh,
Trouble
it's like
is an
Among
online
Us, but in
social deduction game featuring a
3D?
dangerous cocktail of difficult decisions and wacky possibilities.
Before you hop into a match, check out the
But they seem to be going
range
more
of
for like a
customization
murder
options
mystery
available
angle than
to
a
you.
The Thing
As you
angle.
play, you'll
One of the
unlock
very
new
first
boss
things
levels
I
that get
noticed
back to your wardrobe
was
from time
there was
to
a bunch
time.
of user icons
Let's
for the
check out that
players in the
recent
upper
match
left
we
corner,
That was a
like
good
right
one.
there. But
When the round begins,
in the
you'll
earlier
be
footage,
assigned
they
a
had like
secret role of
actual
either a
display
resident
avatars
or
on them, and one of
prisoner.
them was the
So
like
this
the
is me.
sack
I
boy.
played as a resident in this game,
And so
my goal was
I
to
guess
reach the
essentially what I'm saying
heart
is
of
to
the
be able to
ISS
show that,
And I got
it
to play
gives
as
me the feeling that
prisoner.
this
So
might
my
be
game is
first
all about
party.
deception
See, it's
and
like there's the
traps,
sack boy
stalling the
on one of the
residents at all
users.
costs.
Oh, I see.
Great outfit
Yeah,
to
yeah.
Like in order to have the
Thank
right
you.
to display
The
that,
most
like
important
could this really just be
question
some random
is, who
indie?
can
I feel like that
trust?
would be really
Yeah,
weird if they
exactly, and I thought you and
have
I
that
were
in their
working
footage,
together.
don't you think?
I know, right?
Or maybe I'm just overthinking
Sometimes
it.
going with your gut
Oh,
doesn't work
just
out.
in case you're
Sorry,
curious,
Dave.
King of Fighters
I
15
don't have that
does
problem.
confirmed
You sabotaged the
have
oxygen. Well done.
rollback netcode.
When a system is
That's really good.
sabotaged or a trap is sprung,
That's
I
good
mean, it
news
looks
for
really-
any
it looks really
KOF
good.
fan.
fighting down on
For
the
me,
loyalty
like
of the
Street
other
Fighter,
residents.
since
Yeah, you had
4
me so convinced.
has kind
You
of
did
gone.
such a great job
I like
letting
the
me help
visual
you
style,
check
but it's
him
very
out.
interesting.
You really got me on this game.
But
I
King of
never
Fighters seems to be
suspected
leaning
you
into
of
that
any
anime look
Sorry,
without
not
going
sorry.
like
Yeah,
Guilty Gear
here it is.
Strive.
Gotcha.
It has
I realized
what I've
it's
seen
too
so
late.
far. It has a good look, and I really
Whether
do
you're a
appreciate how they've
prisoner or
adapted their
resident,
characters into
your
3D.
social
I think it looks
deduction
good.
skills and strategy are the key to survival.
Person.
I like 'em.
Good
I
Good
like
luck,
the
everyone.
visual style. I
And
think it's neat.
remember, be careful who you trust, because in first class trouble, cocktails last longer than friendships.
I don't know about that one.
To avoid disaster when first
I suspect we probably will see a
PlayStation
wave
Plus
of
members will be
games
able
trying to
download
capitalize
the
on like the
PS4
social
and
and
PS5
bluff
versions
game
at no
genres
extra
like
cost
Among
starting
Us.
November 2nd.
Oh yeah.
It was just a matter of time when something
Here we go.
becomes that popular. You see
me
a lot
something.
of.
What's this?
Certainly not 16.
Try Ace.
Tri-Ace is like
Scanning craft.
Star Ocean and stuff.
Pan-Galactic Federation battleship.
Oh.
The Astoria. Weapons activity detected. Readying third
Starboard
strike.
thrusters to full power.
There's no time. No way.
Abandon ship. All crew members get to an escape.
Well, that didn't sound good.
This is definitely Star Ocean.
Even the typeface of that at the end of Infinite Space line there screams Star Ocean to me.
Yeah. Although this kind of looks like a Monolith Soft game, I'm not gonna lie.
It also does. That is true.
It looks like it could be a Xeno game. Except they're pretty much like a Nintendo thing now, aren't they?
Yeah, pretty much. Actually, I think 100%. I think they're a subsidiary.
Oh, this... okay. I mean, you know me, man. Hit me with those JRPGs.
Are you quite all right?
If it's help you're offering, then it's help I'm taking.
But for serious, if we're talking JRPGs on the PS5 specifically, I know there will be better ones going forward into the future, I hope. But Tales of Arise is a pretty good bar, I think, to start everything off. So this is looking similar, but
The crew of the
I
Aegis
don't know if the combat looks as engaging.
Good luck, Ray.
You seek only to devour this world.
That like flying around thing is kind of
I'm
interesting
certain
though.
your journey into the
Yeah, I do
stars
like
above
that. That looks cool.
will bring hope to the future of this world, Your Highness.
Spare me your
Oh, that's cool.
righteousness. I shall be saved by
Right.
mine own hands.
Hey, it's the math robot.
Oh, yeah.
What hope do we
Get
have
into the
should they
circle that
descend upon us
makes you
now?
divisible by 3.
If you turn your back to this, I swear I'll destroy the Federation ship by ship until there's not a damn thing left.
The Divine Force, Star Ocean.
Okay.
Sure.
You know, it's the kind of thing I'd put on my wish list, but I feel like it's the kind of thing. I'm trying not to be negative.
Before we
Like, it
wrap
looks
up,
good,
let's get an update on the
but
eagerly
it feels like
awaited
the kind of.
Devil Inside.
Oh, I honestly am not that interested in this anymore. When I saw the first trailer, I was like, looks interesting, and then I kind of fell off on.
What is this?
We saw this at a.
That looks very nice though. That looks
We saw this
kinda
at a prior PlayStation showcase.
toy boxy, but kind of in like a Miyazaki movie kind of way.
Yeah, it was a lot grittier looking before. Like, this character on the bench was more like roaming around like a desert scene or something before, I remember.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
the
think
Star
one-
Ocean game I feel like is the kind of thing that's just going to sit on my wish list forever until
Right.
either it's on a sale or like something inspires me to think that it. Unless if it gets like insanely good reviews or something, then like obviously, you know, that kind of thing can always happen. But
Man, I think 100% Square Enix put out the Star Ocean thing because they knew people would be tuning into this to get news on Final Fantasy 16. You know what I mean? It was like we can't show you 16 because Endwalker's coming, and we only like to focus on one Final Fantasy property at a time. But we're gonna get Endwalker out there in November. We're gonna show you 16 after that, with a soonish release date, I bet you. And then yeah, I think that's the plan. And then in the meantime, what they're like is they're like, oh, well, Star Ocean's coming out too, so you're an RPG fan, check it out.
Oh,
yep.
There's an old lady
I think that's
up ahead.
definitely their marketing plan.
I think there's a pretty realistic
You can
chance that
engage
that's
with various people.
that's probably what was going
Sometimes to
on.
buy goods, or simply
Okay, I gotta
ask
say one
for
thing about this trailer
directions.
though. Listen to them clicky menu sounds. Love it. I love it. I've been playing Eastward, and the one thing that bugs me more than anything in
On
Eastward is that
certain occasions,
there's like
the crew is available
no
to
UI
travel
sound
together.
design, or not, there's not no, but it's like dialogue boxes don't have clicks. They don't go when you click the
During
X
World
button
Map
or A button or whatever,
you
and
can
it never
encounter
feels like
various
I'm hitting the
events.
button. You know,
Some
like it feels like
bigger
it
than
makes it feel
others.
squishy. I
In
don't like
this
it. I want
case,
that
A flock of
feedback.
sheep blocking the road.
I know sound design's a really weird thing to really like about a game in a preview, but
This isn't what I was expecting this game to be like in gameplay from what we saw in the trailer.
Towards an eerie-looking mansion to fulfill his,
Yeah, because this is the
simple
kind of stuff we
task,
had
of
seen.
course. He's greeted by who seems like the owner. The job
I
is to
don't
pick up
remember
a
this either,
mysterious
man.
artifact and deliver it to Professor
is there
Vincent.
fighting in this game?
From the
Looks
last
like
trailer,
in the
yes.
mansion's basement,
Character has a sword on his
leaving
back.
behind the unsettling signs on the wall.
Kind of reminds me of the
Billy enters
guy
the
from, what's that game,
basement
Moonlighter?
Yeah.
Well, it turns out that the job is not going to be so
I do like this
simple
sound
after
design a
all.
lot.
Ever since leaving the mansion, strange-looking creatures constantly appear. Here he is surrounded by a mob, striking and sticking the
Oh, is it
brave
like a
into
physics-based
enemies
game?
to pull and throw them around.
I don't know how much I love that.
During his travels, Billy needs to resort to his survival instincts and make use
You know what? It
of
almost has
whatever
like
he
a
has
pseudo like
to
Wind
survive.
Waker aesthetic to like the
Often
characters'
being
facial
exposed
designs, like
to
the
harsh
NPCs, anyways.
side of Mother Nature.
Yeah, a little bit. That's true.
Environment is one such place.
Man, every game's got
Safe
cooking now.
places to
You notice that?
And cooking up food is all part
Yeah, a
of the
lot sure
journey.
do.
You can't swing a stick without hitting some
This
kind of
time,
crafting,
a
cooking,
Sub-Zero
collecting, a
and
thon.
thus, caught in a snow
A
blizzard,
cookathon game.
struggling to pull his companion out of the snow. What will be their fate? Lead Billy throughout his journey, and imagine what he has to face. Some
Is that?
expected, more often
That actually looks like an enemy from Eastward, kinda. Like a trash monster. Okay.
I like that it
Oh
bounces off the
my.
walls.
Welcome to the world of little
Okay, so it's
devil
not Final Fantasy
inside.
16, but sure. That's interesting.
It made a better impression now than it did last time. Because when I saw it again, my first reaction, if you remember correctly, was
See you next time.
my first reaction was like I kind of fell off on this one. I sort of stopped thinking about it. So that in this case, that actually kind of worked out.
Yeah, seems neat. Man, that's the show, though. Not gonna lie. I hate to say I was here for Final Fantasy 16, but I was here for Final Fantasy 16.
Yeah, I mean,
I knew we wouldn't get any. This is the worst part. I did it to myself. I knew we weren't going to see it. I still wanted it.
there was stuff there that I would have, like that I look at that I'm, you know, I'll keep my eye on some of these. Like it's
Yeah,
just the
definitely,
truth. Like I will,
definitely.
right? But at the same time,
Nothing. There's a day
I'm
one.
kind of waiting for something like really big out of like a PlayStation announcement or something like that, and it just feels like there hasn't been, and then there
I'm
still
sure to
hasn't
Star
been,
Ocean
and then there
fans
still
that was
hasn't
probably
been.
a big reveal.
I think Star Ocean fans have been pretty upset since like some of the later ones. Like I know already the one on PS2 was divisive, with like a lot of people saying it's good, but they didn't sort of like the twist, and then like all the ones after that have had like very poor reviews, haven't they? So I feel like if you're a Star Ocean fan, you're kind of just like.
First Departure, the remake got okay.
But that's essentially Star Ocean 1.
Yeah, but they completely redid it.
Sure, but I
Oh,
just
wait,
mean
no.
like. Wait, no, what?
If you pull it up on Google, the first review you see is Nintendo Life giving it a 6 out of 10.
Oh. Uh-oh.
I'm gonna scroll down to reception and see what it actually got on a bunch of things. Famitsu gave it 31 out of 40. GameSpot 6 out of 10. IGN 7.4 out of 10. Nintendo Life. Oh, Nintendo. Oh, those are the. Is that the original game? Oh, that's not the remake. Oh, I don't know.
The original release of the remakes were on PSP.
Yeah. Anyways, okay. Point is, yes, you're right. I don't think it's been super well received lately.
Yeah, and
So
I'm
if they can bring
especially
it back
talking about
around-
like mainline entries after the PS2 one
Right.
have been like really poorly received. Was
They
it
can
The
bring it back
Last
around, that
Hope
would be
and
rad.
I can't remember what the subtitles are, but essentially Star Ocean 4 and 5 were not well received. Yeah, but you never know, right? Like, it's not impossible. So I'm not trying to say that, like, oh, it's because it's Star Ocean and Star Ocean wasn't good, it can never be good again. I don't think that by any means. I'm just saying, like, I imagine if you are a Star Ocean fan, your excitement might be tempered by the last couple of games being sort of duds, right? Like, I think most people who would say they're a Star Ocean fan are a Star Ocean fan because of 1, 2, or 3, or a combination thereof.
Right.
So
well,
it's hard to say, right? Something to look forward to. Yeah, I'll keep my eye on it. Like I said, it's the kind of thing I'd probably add to my wish list and sort of notice again one day and check the reviews, and if they're good, probably get it. But it's not the kind of thing I'll be like buying day one or anything.
Yeah, no, same boat. Well,
okay.
Let us know what you think out there on this. Were you excited for Star Ocean? Were you excited for, Death's Door coming to PS4, PS5?
Honestly, for me, that's probably the biggest deal in this state of play.
True. Yeah. So let us know what you think, and we'll hear from you soon.
Thank you very much. Take care.
Bye.